Small businesses, we've figured it out. Here's how to hire quality employees.
You think we got it figured out?
I think we have a great solution. I mean,
I think
there's
so, too.
some good news and bad news.
Good news and bad news. Which one do y'all want to hear first?
Let's start with the bad news.
So the bad news is, I don't think it's bad news, but it's kind of bad news
Kind
if
of
you're
just
stuck.
what we've noticed.
Yeah, if you're stuck in your ways. Listen, there's been a big shift in the mindset of, a certain demographic of the population that doesn't want to go back to work. COVID happened. They got to stay at home. A lot of them jumped into the gig economy. They figured out that, them being happy and doing something they love, which a lot of that is being on social media, having the freedom to be on social media, to be interacting during the day. They got comfortable doing that. They don't want to go back to a mundane, 9-to-5 job. So the bad news is that you're going to have to, in order to reach these young people and to reach the workforce, you're going to have to change the way that you think about things and maybe the relationship between you and your employees. But guess what? There's good news around the corner.
Right.
Though.
Like, let's just be honest. A lot of people who were once, in the corporate world or once bussing tables or whatnot, they are quitting their jobs to become influencers and talk about things that they are personally passionate about.
Exactly.
They want to build their personal brand. And there is a lot of money involved with social media.
A lot.
So a lot of people are quitting their jobs to become influencers. However, we have been noticing some trends, especially on TikTok. You have, for example, teachers, bartenders, and just people are filming themselves at their profession. They grow millions of followers.
Right.
And you know what happens? They're drawing customers into that business.
That's right.
They're more passionate about their job because it's helping that company and themselves.
That's right.
So in the long run, you're getting more productivity out of that employee.
That's right.
So
the solution is that, guys, when you think about it, I understand the hiring and firing and all this stuff has happened a certain way pretty much as long as I can remember. But you have to be willing to change with the times, and the times have changed. And unless you adapt, you're going to keep beating your head up against the wall. And I think that's what's happening with a lot of employers is there's the game's changed, so you have to play the game. The rules have changed a little bit, so you have to adjust to the rules. And really, the thing that we've seen that is working, as you just talked about, is having a little bit more of a different relationship with your employee, bringing to the forefront, how can you, what do you want to do? You want to be on camera. You want to be posting on social media. Great. I'm going to allow you to do this here. So if you're the chef, now your kitchen turns into a cooking show, right? And they're building their brand. They're doing something they love to do. They're involved in social media. So that relationship between you and them is not employee. They're there. They're having fun. They know that you care about them. So they're growing their personal brand. But at the same time, it's content being shot in your restaurant. So it's not that you're losing anything. It's not that you're gaining a ton by making this little switch and adapting. And then, instead of you beating the head up the wall, having to continue, because right now the wages just continue. They're $15, $20, $25 an hour. I don't even think you have to give them the money. It's not about the money. It's about what they want to do with their time. So how do you mold what they want to do into and also with what you want them to do? And that's the happy medium.
I mean, imagine a local hair salon. There are hairstylists blowing up on social media. All they do is film themselves doing their daily job, which is either cutting hair, dyeing hair, and whatnot. And people enjoy seeing that because it's something that they're passionate about.
That's right.
So why not monetize on that?
Why not monetize on it? And then it brings the person at your employer is going to be, man, they're vested in. This is where they work. They're filming themselves there every day. Like, it's bringing attention to them. It's bringing attention to you. And to me, it just changes the dynamic of everything.
Right. And we're not saying everyone wants to be influencers. It's not everyone. But from what we've seen, a lot of people are quitting their daily jobs because they think that there's more money in social media. But this is a solution that helps that business and that individual. So you're going to get more quality work out of that employee.
That's right. That just by playing the game a little differently. Yes. It's just a slight adjustment in thinking. And yes, there probably has to be some parameters and ground rules, so it's not just mass chaos. But listen, if you think about this strategically, and like a restaurant is a real obvious one, man, why not have a camera on your cook? Your cooks typically are colorful people, right? They have great
fun.
personalities.
Yeah.
They always are singing and, man, it's fun. That's what everybody does when they cook. Why not put that, in a live stream, man, and let them build their brand. And, man, people get excited about that kind of stuff. Just think about when we had our developers and we brought them in the podcast studio, how excited they were to be on film, man, that, they see all these influencers, they're following all these people, and now all of a sudden they woke up and this is available to them too because you made this slight adjustment in your thinking. So it's there, it's available. If you want to, you got to change the way you think a little bit, but I can tell you this is the new way of doing things. We practice what we preach. This happens here. We encourage people to have their own projects, to film themselves at work, to post. Man, it's more content. More content's going to help drive awareness to your business.
And it builds a relationship with the audience that's viewing it. They're seeing the people that are hands-on doing this work.
Doing the work.
They're familiar with the faces. It makes your brand and your company more personal.
Yeah, stylists, restaurants, department stores or clothing stores, all of those things. You look at any industry, even if you're an HVAC guy, you're out there, man, it'd be interesting. I'm out on the job today, man, this is what I got to fix. Here's what I'm doing. Like, that's fascinating. There's a sector of the people that would love to watch that kind of stuff.
Yeah. So, guys, you don't have to follow what we're saying. This is just a suggestion based upon what we're seeing and what's probably going to happen in 2023.
Yep, that's the way. You got to adjust with the times or get left behind.